The last 2 years was hell. My credit got fucked up.
Man, I put $10,000 down on this car, man.
When you sell the car, do you say, okay, the engine's going to blow after 10,000 miles?
All right, so I've got a few clips for you today. And we're going to start this one off with a guy paying $1,400 a month for a Ford Raptor with over 100,000 miles on it.
He's paying $1,400 on a 2020 Ford Raptor with 100,000+ miles. That is ridiculous. You're getting $30,000 as a trade-in value. I just got to ask, man, how are you at $70,000 and you have over 100,000 miles in this Ford Raptor?
My construction company was blowing up. I needed a truck. I traded in my Mercedes AMG, and this guy was willing to just do the trade real quick. I didn't even look at the numbers because I needed the truck so fast. And here I am.
All right. You could say the least.
It's so easy to go off the income you have today and think you can afford it. But your income can change, and it can change fast. At the last job I worked at, my income dropped about 40% all of a sudden. The business slowed down, hours were cut. Luckily, I was in a spot where I didn't have many bills to pay.
The last 2 years was hell. My credit got fucked up. That's why I'm having a lot of trouble here.
I applaud you for being transparent. We've got to be real about it. We win some, we lose some. That's just life. With the Ford Raptor, the reason why a lot of the trade-in values have dropped is just because across the board, the hype has kind of scaled down tremendously. Where are you at credit-wise?
I think I'm at a 580.
I'm going to be real with you. Just rock with it until you get a better credit score. Right now, you just won't qualify to get into a Tesla lease. And even if you did, there's a money factor that comes with leases. That's sort of an interest rate. Your payment may be even higher than the $1,400 you're paying now. Lending has definitely tightened it up. So if you are going to fix your credit, make sure you are fixing all secondary bureaus as well. Banks are smarting up or looking at secondary credit reporting agencies and seeing if those accounts are reported.
I get comments all the time from people saying credit doesn't matter. They pay cash for everything. But I still think it's important because you never know if you're going to need it later on. Paying cash for everything is a great way to do it, but it's not that difficult to keep your credit in good standing. You just put your everyday purchases on your credit card and pay it off at the end of the month. It's that simple.
A lot of people, they'll fix their credit, they'll get an 800 credit score, 750, and then they'll come, Yusuf, I'm ready to buy this car, and they're like,
hey man, the bank rejected it because you had previous delinquencies and they could see that you cleaned your credit.
Even if you get to a 650, wait till you get to at least a 700. The rate you'll get between a 650 and a 700 will be crazy. And not even that, you probably can't exit out of this truck almost clean with a lot of these incentives. And even if you go get a new Ford truck, dude, the Ford F-150s, they're throwing away money. They're giving 10, 15K off stickers. So maybe you may get into a Ford product without putting much money out of pocket.
I appreciate that. You tell me fix my credit, ping this motherfucker off, and then get back to you, I guess.
Thank you. Talk to you soon, brother.
He's going to work on his credit, which is great. He's going to keep paying on the truck, which is great. But only to come back and do the same thing all over again. Jump right back into another loan. Once he's able to sell it for what he owes, the price is probably going to be low enough that he might as well just keep it, especially with that amount of miles on it.
It's happened to me. It happens to everybody. I've had 480, 470 credit score before. I've had my vehicles repossessed. If you can't support that life, you will be stuck. So when you're looking at auto loans, credit cards, mortgages, you need to understand the amortization schedule. Every product that is interest bearing will be front loaded. You're paying the interest up front and the principal on the back. Year 1, 2, 3, you're paying nothing but interest. Your principal will decrease maybe by like 2 or 3%. Everybody says
The average turnaround time for a person to trade in their vehicle is 5 years.
I've seen most people turn in their vehicle 2 to 3 years later. These banks, they're making so much money on interest. Of course, they're going to give you another loan and they'll let you roll over. Rejection rates are at an all-time high right now because of subprime borrowers lying about their income. Automotive lending is definitely tightening up their underwriting rules and regulations. Don't lie about your down payment. Don't lie about your income. And we don't buy the market hype. You are going to lose miserably.
One of the things I told myself when I financed vehicles in the past when I shouldn't have was that I can always sell it if I run into any money problems. But you can only do that if you can cover the difference, which most people can't. Otherwise, you wouldn't have needed to finance in the first place. A lot of the time, that extra money you're paying just to borrow the money is close to the price of a used car.
We're going to be calling this customer in regards to a 2020 Dodge Ram. I got some numbers here from my sales manager.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned you wanted to put $4,000 down. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, we got 3 options. Now, we got the one with the $4,000, which is what you're willing to put down. And then I got a $5,500 and a $7,000. That's just some options, just some numbers for you. With $4,000 down at 72 months, we're looking at $824.48. At $5,500, 72 months, we're looking at $782.70. And with $7,000 down, we're looking at $740.93, also at 72 months.
Okay. So I can do the 7,000. I can probably do 7,500. I may be able to do 8, but it's going to take me to the end of November.
Okay.
So
Now, this is a 2020 Ram they're talking about, and it's going to work out to around $60,000 total for this truck. $7,000 down sounds good. He probably feels like he's doing the right thing. But when the total is 60 grand, what did that really do? He's just slightly less upside down on a very overpriced truck.
Can I come put something down and hold it until I get the rest of the money, or how do we do that?
Yeah, you can most definitely put something down so we can hold it for you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You're still planning on swinging by on Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, that'll work. We can work something out then. I've seen where people will put an X amount down, and then, like 2 weeks later or something, they'll come back and put the difference.
Okay.
Or whatever time frame. That's something that you can arrange with our finance department.
Okay.
At least for the time being on Thursday, if everything goes as well, you can do at least $7,000, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And the payment will be $740.93.
Okay.
All right. You have any other questions, Mr.?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you for returning the phone call.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
I think the only thing good here is him needing time to come up with the rest of the down payment. Hopefully he has more time to think about it and reconsider. With him wanting to put more down and needing time, it sounds like he's trying to make the payment work. And if it takes doing that just to make it make sense, does it actually make sense?
Man, I put $10,000 down on this car, man.
When you sell the car, do you say, okay, the engine's going to blow after 10,000 miles?
No, it's a used car. I mean, it's a used car.
It didn't fix what the original problem was, which was in turn caused the engine to blow.
We took care of it, and then you bought it from us.
That's a lie.
No.
You guys didn't get a warranty?
No, because he said that there's no warranty that we could buy on the car.
I did offer it.
No, you didn't offer it. You specifically told us that we couldn't get a warranty, that the bank wouldn't cover us. Not only that, Not only that, at the end of the day, it was never fixed.
She said the salesman didn't even try to sell her a warranty, which is interesting, because that's usually where the money is. Dealers don't forget to offer products that make them a profit. 10,000 miles is a long time for a car to run, if there was some obvious problem with it. If something was seriously wrong from day one, it would usually show up a lot sooner than that.
What you're saying is irrelevant.
Yeah,
you never fix the camshaft.
Maybe
you
if
should
things
try to...
happen again, but we don't mean that we don't fix it.
Things didn't happen again.
I said to you, can you show me proof that you got it fixed? You were like, oh man, do you want the car? Yes or no? I got it fixed. So I leave with the car. This is the final result.
The guy told me that it was a ticking time bomb, man. This was just ready to explode. And that's
Really?
what happened. Yeah.
You could figure out after 1,000 miles, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, not after 10,000 miles.
You can't always trust the mechanic. They know what they're doing. Even the dealer. I had a car that had an issue. I took it to 3 Ford dealers. None of them could fix it. This is why cars have lemon laws. Obviously, there's not a lemon law. It's a used car.
He told us that he fixed it.
It's a used car.
He's right about mechanics. I had to schedule the maintenance and repairs on vehicles at a previous job. And there were plenty of times that they just couldn't fix certain things. Or said it was fixed and it wasn't. And of course there were times they fixed it and it just comes out with another problem.
So that's why we always allow our customers to take the cars to the mechanic if they have to take the car to the mechanic. I don't want to leave you guys high and dry. You're with a car that has a blown engine. You guys put 10,000 miles on the car. He said he fixed the car. If he doesn't have evidence that he fixed the car and then the engine blew, that's not on you guys, that's on us, and we should be taking accountability for that. We have another Audi Q5. It is a year new. We're going to give you all the money on the trade for this, like the value. Like this car is actually, yeah, no, you guys are going to be okay. Do you guys want to take a look at anything else, or you guys just want to see the Audi? All right, you can go ahead and check this out. It's this one right here. 2 keys. Tires are good. What do you guys think?
He's scared to get another Audi. He wants to know how much.
The reality is you're taking a risk with any car, used or new. It's still a machine. It still has thousands of moving parts. And at some point, something will fail. That's why I don't understand spending crazy amounts of money on them. You're spending a lot of money on something that can fail like any other car.
You can see the fear on his face right now. What about Lexus? Lexus is good.
How much is that one?
This one's 25.9. Probably online I could do it like 22.9 or something like that. Look, you're getting a Japanese car. It's always going to hold its value, be more reliable, less problems, cheaper to fix. Reasons go on for buying a Japanese over a German.
I work with that as long as I got the warranty.
Bro, as long as you have a warranty, you're fine. With the Lexus, payment would be $488 a month.
If the bank's giving the exact APR.
With the warranty?
No, without the warranty.
I take the but I didn't put the warranty on it. It's cheaper.
Put the trade $9,000, $315 a month with the warranty, okay? All right, guys, no problem, guys. So we're essentially getting a wash in that deal on our end, making the deal a little bit better for them.
If you're financing, and honestly paying cash is always going to be the best way to do it, you can't just focus on the cheapest price. Sometimes the cheapest option upfront ends up being the most expensive one long term. Because when something major fails, the savings disappear pretty fast. So it's not just about what it costs today. It's about what it could cost you later.
Can you put any more than 3,000?
No way. No.
No. This customer is looking for a 2019 Ford Explorer base model. That's about $15,000. I'm about to let her know that we need more money down because the bank came back with approval requiring more money down to get her on a certain payment. They want you to put $9,000 down.
Whoa.
Yeah, the good news is on that is that your payments will be cut in half. You'll be like $300 something a month.
I can't. There's absolutely no way I can do $9,000 down.
Okay.
And this is the $15,000 vehicle, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They want $9,000 down?
Yeah.
The most I can do is 3.
We gotta go back and talk to them and see if there's anything else we can do.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.
The bank wants $9,000 down on a $15,000 car. That's bad credit. When they need that much, it's because the lender doesn't like the risk. They're not comfortable financing the full amount. So they protect themselves by making you carry most of it up front. And it's why credit scores matter. Because if you do need to borrow one day and it's low, you're going to pay for it.
Never again. Are you joking? A car payment? So every 3 months, my car dealership will call me and ask me if I want to sell a car. And every time it's a very emphatic no. I'm never. My car is paid off. It's a 2020 Honda Civic. I've worked very hard on this car. The other thing is that I'm sure that when they call me, they look at the service records, and anytime something happens to my car and they're like, John, do it, fix it. I don't care what it costs. Pay, go. I don't do that because I'm balling. I do that because I never want car problems ever again.
I used to push off repairs as long as possible, and it almost always cost me more in the end. What could have been a small fix turned into something much bigger because I kept driving it. You think you're saving money by waiting, but most of the time you're just making the problem worse.
Additionally, I will never sell this car ever until the wheels fall off. Vicky, you can respectfully lose my number. You are never gonna get this, never again. Are you joking? A car payment? Do I want to have a car? Do you want to upgrade? Do I want another car? I don't care if you're upgrading me to a shuttle, to the SpaceX shuttle. I don't want nothing that has a car payment attached to it ever again, period.
Once you've lived without a payment for a while, it's almost impossible to go back. You get used to that money staying in your account. You get used to not owing anything every month. There's no due date, there's no automatic withdrawal. After a while, you realize how different it feels when the car is just yours, not something you're paying on. Once that's gone, it's hard to sign up for a payment again. If you want to see more, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.